Yes, my name is Sylvio Köstner, and I have been running the Köstner Rail Owners Company since 2010. I can't really say that I drive in my free time, but I mainly drive the Class 670, which works perfectly. Yes, it was just a small series. It was built between 1996 and 1997 in only 6 copies. There were practically 0 production vehicles. Mass production did not take place because too many technical defects, which were considered teething problems in these vehicles at the time, were present. Yes, and then they just left it at 60 series vehicles. Today there are still 2 that are operational. The second is Princess Louise, which usually operates between Deza and Wörlitz, but unfortunately is currently out of service due to a defect. At the moment, Alma is the only vehicle of this series. We operate our own trips, such as today's whiskey tasting. Various types of whiskey will be sampled during the journey. This is something very special. We operate special trains, mainly in the area of Chemnitz and the Ore Mountains. But next year, we might also want to go to the Baltic Sea for several days. Otherwise, there is the possibility to rent the vehicle for companies, clubs, or even private individuals.
The website is relatively simple, schienenbusreisen.com.
All that was left was just the empty shell. Here were the brake parts. That was all that remained of the engine, essentially just the core engine. The axle was damaged. We modified the drive axle. Down here, the hydraulic control block was damaged due to an accident. The transmission was, of course, also affected. Yes, and the entire vehicle needed to have the windows replaced and so on. So we really made the vehicle operational again with spare parts from one that has since been scrapped. The court worked on it for 5 years, but since 2017 we are allowed to drive again. The name Alma is widely known, but it ultimately traces back to the last deployment at DB Regio, which took place between Stendal and Tangermunde in Altmark. That is why the name Altmar is an abbreviation for Altmark, and it was named there, on site in 1997. Yes, the Railbus was previously built in Dessau at the local wagon construction branch of the DBA. It has a truck engine, 6 cylinders, 350 HP. Unfortunately has drive power, only on one axle, but can still reach a top speed of 100 km/h. Our Alma, it has now driven over 500,000 kilometers without any issues and is one of the few.
What drives really well?